Hey guys, this is NOELonPC, head of the Experimental Research Division here at the Kerbal Space Program, and today we are continuing day 3 of career mode. Over the last couple of days we've gotten a lot of science, so we've got some science to spend, which is nice. Now we've got some choices here. We've got construction, some rocket power, stability, and science tech. Well, obviously we're going to unlock this science tech branch because I suspect it'll help us get more science. Ooh, I really want that. Solar panel, yes. Yes, yes, yes. We need that. But this shit costs 90? That's insane for 2 pieces. Okay, well we still have another 30 to spend, so do we save for general construction, or do we go for the booster rocket? That's a tough one. The tough one. We're going to do it. I really do need that. Well, no, I need fuel lines first, actually. Or fuel lines. Fuel lines are probably in rocketry. So we're probably we're gonna have to unlock this one just to see what comes next. So let's do it. Okay, there's the big tank. That's a good one for 45. But still no fuel lines. I don't know where those pesky fuel lines are, but that's okay. So today's adventure is science. We're not necessarily gonna try and build big. We're just gonna build something that can get up there, do some research, and then of course come back down. Now we're going to do the same thing we did last time with the double parachutes. They're nice as a safety net. And once again, just like I said last time, always test if you're going to put anything in front of the door. Always test that your Kerbal can get out. I'd hate to try and do a spacewalk and then discover that he's stuck in there. Okay, so that works. You'll see there's just a little bit of overlap right here where these side parachutes cover the door a little bit. That can and will occasionally stop your Kerbal from getting out. So it's always good to test your placement before going up into space. So we're going to make the usual. The huge. Ooh, some kind of science thing. A self-contained laboratory. I like it. Okay, so we're going to do that, whatever that is. It's a new part for me, so I have no idea what it does, but I know it is going to bank us science. The pursuit of science. Science. Okay. Comms DMS. The fuck is this thing? Let's just do a test. I want to see what the hell that thing is. I assume it opens up like a satellite dish, maybe, or something like that. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek, shall we? Transmit data. Whoa, 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 whoa. Kind of janky. Comms done. Is that possible? It needed no power. Oh, bugger. Okay, so that one takes... Yeah, that one robs your whole 50 and then says done. Okay. Oh, wait, we just banked some science, didn't we? Let's take that 1.2 science to the bank. To the bank! No, did we not get 1.2 science? Maybe we did get 1.2 science. Either way. Okay, where were we? We're in here. We're going to take this little tiny one off and see if maybe the dish is better on electricity. I doubt it. I mean, it's huge and it has to unfold. Obviously, that would be detrimental to electrical current, but let's see. Oh yeah, close, because that's a great idea. It does use seemingly quite a bit more electric current. So, good to know. Good to know. Let's just really quickly read up on these. Electric charge 10, transmission interval 0.4. Electric charge 15, packet size 2, transmission interval 3.6, 4.8. So it's faster, I think. Like it transmits the data faster, and its impact tolerance is a little bigger. It's actually a little lighter. Allows for fuel crossfeed. So it seems like right now, because we're in fairly early stages of this, it would be advantageous to just use the traditional Communitron 16, unless someone out there that's watching knows a better reason, then of course, let us know. Okay. Now I want fucking batteries galore. Galore. Like that, maybe? Nope, they don't like that. Oh wait, I think this thing has to open. So let's do like that. Yeah, sure, why not? So tons of power. We've got tons and tons and tons of juice. 100 each. So about 800 watts. Wow. So that's a lot of science. We can do a boatload of fucking science. Okay. Now we need a little bit of juice. A wee little fuel tank. And a wee little motor. There we go. That's looking pretty good. It's looking like a good little science machine. Definitely don't need landing struts. That's obvious. Don't really need winglets. Don't really need a lot of extra thrust. Yeah, okay, so we'll just build down. Still don't really have anything in the way of giant fuel tanks. That's really unfortunate. I hate building in pieces like this. It's always a pain in the ass. Alright, vectoring, obviously. Now comes the fun part. What was that? Oops, I accidentally sold that. We're going to start with 1. And then we're going to multiply it. Oh, that missed. Always double check if your shit's straight. Check. Okay. So we can probably do that many, I presume. Yeah, it looks like it. Huzzah! Okay. Let's put just for just a tiny bit of stability to make sure this thing doesn't fold like a pancake. I think those are touching. I really can't be sure. Looking good. Okay, that's a good looking little rocket. Good starter. Little starter rocket. The winglets I don't think technically do anything, because there's they have no movement. They're actually just winglets. They're borderline for looks. Is that everything? Yeah, okay. So let's rock it. Let's launch this bitch. Get her up into space. And then do some fucking science. Okay. Where the hell? So those are those. Okay, so we move these up like so. So, okay, all the rockets fire. I actually want, preferably, like, all the rockets to fire. So that one has the vectoring, so that'll keep us steered straight, hopefully. Alright, so they all fire. Then the boosters break away. The last piece breaks away, engine, final piece, and parachutes. There, that looks good. Okay, let's give that a try. Let's give this bitch a try. Hard day's work. I'm gonna wipe my hands clean. Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's high centered on that motor in the bottom. Look at it go. Look at it go. Whoa, whoa, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay. Oops. So what we're gonna do is we are going to... Oh, there's really nothing we can do, is there? I'll just have to launch real quick. Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'll just hit the launch real quick. We'll get him into orbit. We'll get him back down, collect our science, and then spend our science. That's the game plan. That's the game plan here at the Experimental Research Division, where things are janky, because that's the way we like it. There we go. So I did a quick launch. Didn't want to give it any opportunity to screw us. Speed's good. Oh, did we break that motor? Yeah, we broke that motor somehow. At some point, it snapped. I didn't notice. I was wondering why all the fuel was burning evenly. It still kind of works. Oh, for fuck's sakes, but it didn't. Good enough. Okay. That should theoretically work, as long as it didn't screw with my staging. Nope, staging looks okay. So here we go. Let's hope we have better luck this time. Things are looking good. Good speeds. Good fuel on our main engine there. I'm actually going to back off of it a bit. Just, we're keeping enough throttle to keep the vectoring working, to keep that nose pointed straight up. But we're basically letting the booster rockets, the solid rockets, do all the work. Things are good. We got a really good speed going for how low we still are. But we're about to run out of fuel, so here we go. Let's throttle up. And we're about to jettison. There we go. So it did slow us way down, obviously. Now we're speeding back up already. Wow, okay, so that was an efficient launch. It was a very efficient launch. Let's see where Apoapsis is sitting already. Wow, 60,000 already. So we're going to have to start rolling over. Good enough. It's a good start. Yeah, it's a good-looking rocket. It's a good-looking rocket. Where's Apoapsis? Already at 7. Wow, Jesus. So I'm going to have to really roll way over. Start punching some of this vertical speed into lateral speed. For science! So we are, I believe we're in space. Apoapsis is good. We just gotta round this orbit out a little bit. And we're still really good on fuel too, like. Actually, we have a boatload of fuel left. I doubt it's going to be enough to make an orbit. But this was not an orbital machine. This is merely a science machine. Detachment is clean. Firing rockets. Apoapsis is good. Speeds are holding, accelerating, actually, yeah, good. Now what we don't want to do is use all of our fuel, because we are going to have to get back down to Earth in order to make this count. So at some point here, there we go. We're starting to get in orbit. So we are going to get in orbit, and we have more than enough fuel to actually put it back down. So that's really good. This is going to give us some good science points, especially with all the science we'll be able to do up here. All right, we just want to get this periapsis to at least 100, so we won't get pulled back in, because that's every astronaut's worst nightmare, an accidental reentry. That should just about do it. Yeah, we'll cut it off here. How much fuel do I have left? Ooh, shit. Oh my god. Yeah, I kind of fucked the dog on that one, didn't I? Okay. Well, let's start with some science. She blinded me with science. Wow, a lot of scientific value in that. Nice. Another 5 science. We'll do a little EVA walk here. Bummer. Okay. Let's just do some more science. Breaking the bank in the science department. Not really going to help us if we can't get back down, though. Okay, so what we're going to do, our best chance, is to go out where there's almost no gravity and we're already going rather slow. Way out here at apoapsis. And all it's going to take is burning off the remaining fuel we have. Putting our butt to the wind. Okay, let's hope. Let's hope and prayer. Okay, that actually, oh my god, that might actually work. We're down at 54 after a few passes. The first pass might not work, but the second pass probably will. So let's dump all of our science. We're going to use all of our electrical charge to do as much science as we can. Okay, that's about all we can afford to do. So let's try and bring Jebediah home. No Kerbal left behind, right folks? That's one of the many mandates here at the Kerbal Space Program. Alright, we're beginning the slingshot. You can see that speed really ripping fast here. Let's see if we do press play. Yeah, that's accelerating quite quickly, so we're doing our little slingshot here. We're dipping below 100,000 meters, slingshotting around really fast. But what's going to happen is we're going to dip down and start touching particles, I think. And every time we go by, it should slow us down a little bit each time. I'm hoping. Okay, we're really close to periapsis. We're at periapsis, and we're just barely touching atmosphere. So, didn't really work that time. Let's hope next time we can get a better pass. Now this might take a few tries, so I may do a cutscene here. If I do, just excuse that, and we'll just go from there, because obviously it took me quite a while. So every time we pass on the close side, it was definitely trimming down the apoapsis. So at some point here, it looks like on the next pass, we should catch orbit. Every time we come around this shallow side of periapsis, we are touching particles from the ozone and whatnot, pieces of matter, essentially. And that slows us down just a tiny, tiny bit. So what that allows us to do is just gradually shut off some speed, bring the orbits down, very shallow. And now it looks like 37,000 meters should be more than enough to catch us, essentially. Let's hope. So 37,500 meters. We're at 70,000. Coming in hot, doing 2,300 meters a second. It's pretty fucking fast if you ask me. Come on. Come on. Jebediah doesn't want to be up here anymore. Jebediah wants down. Jebediah wants to kiss the earth. Come on. We're getting so close, 46,000 meters. Oh, and we're slowing down like crazy, because we're obviously touching, we're touching a little bit of atmosphere, just like we got just a pinky finger in the atmosphere. And that's dragging us a little bit. And okay, so periapsis is on the ground. So this is it. We have finally, I'm not going to tell you how long it took, because it was an embarrassingly long time. We finally were able to detach our orbit using almost no gasoline, fuel, rocket fuel. So this is like that Apollo movie with Tom Hanks, following the 3 Apollo astronauts that went up there and almost didn't make it back. This is very reminiscent. So we're going to hit water, that's for sure. Just like the Apollo astronauts. Okay, now I'm just letting a bit of this speed shed away naturally before I open the chutes. I don't want to open chutes at 159 meters a second. I'd kind of like that to naturally slow down a little bit first. That's probably enough. 125. I'm watching that spacecraft debris to see when it stops moving. And it's not. That either means it's still falling or I'm falling towards it. I think I just heard it hit the water. Okay, now we're going to detach some of these. The reason we put 3 parachutes on is just so if we go in really maybe steep and hot, the 3 parachutes will actually function. If we have 1 parachute and we're going too fast, it'll just rip the parachute right out. So I put on 3 and then cut them away, just as a safety net. A literal safety net. Okay, guys. It looks like Jebediah Kerbman made it home successfully, and we banked some science. So once again, any experiment that doesn't end in a Kerbal casualty is fantastic in my books. So it's a success as far as I'm concerned. So what I encourage you to do is, you know the drill. Follow the drop down and give us a sub, give us a like, give us a fave, give us a whatever. Do whatever you guys want. You know the drill. Holy shit, we banked. We banked a lot of science there. Yeah, got 8 science. Right on. So let's do some spending before we call it a day. Now what should we buy? We've got battery power already. I think that's what we want, isn't it? Yeah, this has the tri-coupler, which allows us to turn, it goes from 1 to 3. That would make for some good rocketry. It's got the launch stability struts. Oh, and it's got the strut connectors. So yeah, obviously we need those strut connectors to stop the noodling. Now what do we get here? Oh, lots of parts. Oh, there's the external fuel line. Perfect. Okay, that's the next one we need. We need 90 science. So the next day of our career mode is definitely going to be focused on getting 90 science so we can get fuel lines. So guys, I hope you liked the video, and until next time, cheers.